Hello. Today we are
Hello.
going to today we are going to discuss assignment 2, which is based on the journal article given. And there are three members in our group. I am Song Yuxian.
I am Junren.
I'm Xiong.
Okay, and we divide this assignment into three parts, and I am in charge of the question 3 and question 4. And Junren is in charge of question 1 and question 2. And Lily is in charge of the last question. And now we are going to start our discussion.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Wang Junren, and my metric number is GS60819. In the assignment 2, I'm in charge of the question 1 and 2. Both question 1 and 2 is to find out the main ideas and the author's arguments. Let's come to the section 2.1 first. And in the first paragraph of the section 1, I think the key sentence would be the knowledge of the microstructure is important for text comprehension and production. And then to support this idea, the author gives us the example, that is, the structure pattern of experimental RA is IMRD. And in the second paragraph, here is the however, and the key sentence will be the RA general may be continually evolving, and which means different concerns, different views of knowledge, and different research practice, different ways of seeing the world in different disciplines, so that the pattern would be a little bit different in different disciplines. So here the author gives some examples, such as in applied linguistics, and then in computer science, and then in political science and sociology. And the last, the author point out that actually the ILMRDC is the most frequently used structure pattern in their corpus, whereas IMRD pattern is limited to a few disciplines. And about the author's argument, here I find the word indicate. It's a reporting verb in our textbook. So I think the author's argument is this sentence. The RA microstructure of any particular area should not be taken for granted without systematic investigation of a considerably large number of representative texts in this area. Here the sentence will be the author's argument in section 2.1. And here let's come to the section 2.2, the rhetorical move structures of RAs. And in the 2.2, I think the main ideas lies in the sentence that is here. This theoretical means the well general analyzed theoretical framework, okay, model promote numerous studies of RA instructions and their findings lead to a revised version of the CARS models, which captures the flexibility of steps by assigning an optional or obligatory status to them. The, the, the next paragraph will be the will introduce not only introduction but also other academic journals use this CAR-CAS model. And here introduce several studies that closely relevant to the present study. This one also the present study, the previous study. And here comes to this. It's a little bit summary. This relevant literature shows that much has been learned about commonality and discipline variability of RA structures. And after that, the author points out another key point that is here. Genres could be viewed as reflections of disciplinary and professional cultures. I think this sentence also the main ideas of this section 2.2. And the last sentence here will be the argument of the authors, because this word argued obviously presents the author's opinion, and the author's argument will be that analysis of the representative expert members RAs in influential journals in any unemployed area is worthwhile because it would throw new light on the discipline cultures reflected by the RA genre and the pedagogical implications could be drawn for EAP participationers in specific disciplinary and pedagogical contexts. And this sentence will be the author's argument. So above all is my understanding of the section 2.
My name is Song Yuxian. My metric number is G60315, and I'm in charge of the third and fourth question. As for the third question, what are the reporting styles employed by the author? Identify at least 2 sentences as examples for each reporting style used. Why has the author chosen to use each reporting style? As we all know, Swells conclude that there are a number of ways we can report on previous research. 3 key ways in which this is often done are what are called central, non-central, and non-reporting styles of reporting. Different reporting styles has different functions. Each of these reporting style places different focus on the researcher. The first one is central reporting. An author is directly reported as being responsible for particularly finding or argument and place in subject position in the sentence. And the author uses the central reportings to strengthen author focus. From the journal article given in section 2, for example, Swells, Xiong analysis of our introductions from various disciplines has resulted in the establishment of the create a research space model of the I introduction containing 3 moves: establishing a territory, establishing a niche, and occupying the niche. Keanu Lapathan also compared the move step characteristics of RAs in different engineering subdisciplines, highlighting the common logic perspectives shared by writers of RA and calling attention to certain steps in the moves that play a crucial role in depicting the impact of subdisciplines in shaping how individual RA sections are constructed. And the second one is non-central reporting. An author is directly reported as being responsible for particular finding or argument, but with their name being given less focus by being placed in brackets at the end of the relevant statement. The function of the non-central reporting is to weaken author focus. For example, however, the I Yongshi may be continually involving like or living Yongshes, and the IMRD pattern may evolve into other variant forms because of researchers' different concerns, different views of knowledge, different research practices, and different ways of seeing the world in different disciplines. And in addition to RA's, Sewell's theoretical framework has been used to analyze other academic junctures such as lab reports, academic lectures, and 3-minute thesis presentations. And for example, as the most common microstructural pattern of experimental RAs is IMRD. Awareness of this structure will help the reader locate and process information efficiently and provide writer with a readily available framework to organize information. And the third one is non-reporting. The results of a piece of research are presented with less focus being given to the author or the actual study, and no reporting verbs such as claim or Xiong are used. The author applies the non-reportings to show that there is no specific author focus. For example, the microstructure of discourse is conventionally established framework to organize the global context of a text. And knowledge of microstructure is important for text comprehension and production because text belongs to the same juncture tend to have the same microstructure. Okay, as for the next question, what are the reporting verbs used by the author? What functions do the reporting verbs perform? As we all know, many different verbs can be used to report on previous research. There are a number of ways in which these verbs can be clarified. One suggestion is for their division into groups such as verbs which can make a statement such as report, verbs which express in a very general way a writer's personal judgment such as explain, verbs which express a writer's opinion such as argue, verbs which present an author's suggestion such as propose, verbs which express some kind of disagreement such as doubt. And the author uses the reporting verbs like argue, view, draw, conduct, and so on. The function of these reporting verbs just as mentioned.
Hello, my name is Xiong and my matric number is GS61433. And I will take in charge of the question 5 and some combination work of documents and videos. Now, it's the answer of question 5. What tenses are used by the author? What is the reason for the choice of tense employed? In the first paragraph of 2.1, present simple is used by author because it shows the definition of the macrostructure of discourse and the importance of knowledge of macrostructure, which is the generalization that is being made and the example of most common macrostructural pattern of experimental research articles, which is a previous finding that is accepted as facts. In the second paragraph of 2.1, present simple is used by author. In the first sentence, which is a summary sentence of this paragraph, it shows the continual involving of the research articles Junren and variant forms of IMRD pattern. Present simple is used because a generalization is being made, and the rest part of this paragraph shows different examples of variant forms in different disciplines. Present simple is used because references are being made to the state of current situations. In the third paragraph of 2.1, present simple is used by author. It is the conclusion paragraph of those previous studies in the second paragraph. Present simple is used because previous references are accepted as facts. In the first paragraph of 2.2, the first and second sentences are the definition of the rhetorical move structure analysis of research articles. Present simple is used because a generalization is being made. The third sentence shows the result of the first and second sentences, so it uses present perfect. The fourth sentence of this paragraph uses present simple because it shows the fact, and the last sentence uses simple past because, which shows a specific piece of research and its findings are being referred to. In the second paragraph of 2.2, present perfect is used by author. It shows many studies may also be conducted to investigate other sections. Present perfect is used because a general statement is made about previous research. From third paragraph to sixth paragraph of 2.2, simple past is used by author because these paragraphs show several specific pieces of research and their findings are being referred to. The third paragraph shows the specific piece of research of Kano Kim's pattern. The fourth paragraph shows the specific piece of research of Mason, Cameron, and Tangino. The fifth paragraph shows the specific piece of research of influential studies. The last two paragraphs of 2.2, present simple is used by author. They are conclusion paragraphs of those previous studies from third paragraph to sixth paragraph. Present simple is used because previous references are accepted as facts and generalization is being made.
Okay, this is our discussion today, and we will see next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Time.
好了。
See you.